Okay guys, today we have the Xtreme-Production aluminum rear swash guide mount for their carbon fiber frame for the Blade MCPX, and we are going to show you how to install it. And the first thing that you want to do is remove the anti-rotation bracket that is in the stock position, which I will do now. And to install the new rear swash guide, you're going to have to remove these screws right up here on that screw into the bearing block, so I will now remove those. So I just removed the old holder for the anti-rotation bracket and put on the new one. And this is just how it sits on the frame, and now I will add the screws to each side. So I went ahead and installed the screws, and there's one thing I forgot to mention, and that's to make sure that you stick your elevator servo wire and your elevator control linkage through the guide first. Because otherwise, after you screw it down, you're not going to get them through, so make sure you put them through it first and then screw it down. And now we will install the anti-rotation bracket. And right now, as you can see, it's only going to be held on by one screw, but it sits on a little notch, so there's no way for it to rotate despite it being only held on by one screw. So I will now put in that one screw, and then I will install my swash plate, and I will show you what that looks like. Now before I install the swash plate, I just want to show you guys one thing, and that's just that there is absolutely no movement in the rear anti-rotation bracket, even though it's just held on by one screw. And now here's the finished product with the swash plate installed and the rear anti-rotation pin through the rear anti-rotation bracket. And the purpose of adding this to your frame is that now the swash pin, it's on the same plane as all the rest of the swash balls. It's exactly the same height as them. When the anti-rotation bracket, where it was mounted before, all swash plates, the pin was a bit lower at this hole right here. And that's on a lower plane than the swash balls. So that's why whenever you gave an elevator movement, you might have noticed that you were getting some rolls in your helicopter. And that's because you were having swash interactions. But now with the anti-rotation pin on the same plane as the rest of the swash balls, that should go away now. So adding this rear anti-rotation bracket to your Xtreme frame is a worthwhile upgrade, and it will actually show up in your flying. And I hope you enjoyed our review of it.